Chromebooks. Chromebooks, Chromebooks, Chromebooks. They're everywhere. They become an essential part of every classroom. And considering their price point, it's amazing what they're capable of. However, manufacturers have to cheap out on every component to keep those price points down. You'll probably notice if you put a Chromebook and a laptop side by side, the difference in their webcam and microphone quality is pretty drastic. They simply have to cheap out on parts. With the current state of the world, educators are trying to effectively teach remotely, with Chromebooks being the main tool in their arsenal. Improving the audio of a Chromebook is easily the most cost-effective and impactful way of improving your online meetings or video recordings. Today we're going over 3.5mm devices and USB devices to take your Chromebook audio up a notch. First, we need to understand the various types of 3.5mm jacks, plugs, and devices. Luckily, Chromebooks haven't jumped on the iPhone bandwagon and still pretty much universally have a 3.5mm jack. This 3.5mm jack, often referred to as a headphone jack or a mini jack, have been around since the 1950s and eventually gained popularity in what I'll call the Walkman era. With this jack, you can make use of cheap headsets or microphones that you may have lying around the house to get great audio in your video recordings or online meetings. On the other end, determining the type of jack you have isn't so simple. You'll often have to rely on a printed symbol near your port to clue you in. Chromebooks typically have a TRRS jack, which means they support both headphones and headsets. And headset just is a headphone with a built-in microphone. Now you can verify this by looking at the 3.5mm port for a headset symbol somewhere nearby. The TRRS standard has become pretty commonplace for small consumer electronics like phones, tablets, and laptops. However, more expensive or complex devices may still use TRS or other standards. So you may think that since you have a TRRS jack, you should be able to plug in any TRRS device or even TRS device and be fine. Well, you'd be wrong. Unfortunately, it's not that simple. Whenever you plug in a TRS device into your Chromebook, it will assume it's a pair of headphones. So if you're plugging in a TRS microphone, it's simply not going to work. Conversely, if you plug in a TRRS microphone into a Chromebook that has no built-in headphones, it's also not going to work, as it doesn't detect the connection that it needs. This all may seem very complicated, and it kind of is, but it doesn't have to be. If you decide on using a 3.5mm device to improve your Chromebook's audio, just use a TRRS device and make sure the microphone is within 8 inches of your mouth, and you should get pretty good results. Even using a pack-in pair of iPhone earbuds is going to drastically improve your Chromebook's recording audio. There are adapters to get other types of 3.5mm microphones working, but they add complexity and probably aren't worth investing in, unless you already have a microphone you insist on using. USB simplifies everything. Every USB audio device I tested worked as soon as I connected it. This is likely because Chrome OS is based off of Linux and benefits from its vast driver support. You're only limited by the number of USB ports your Chromebook has. For example, if you want to use your USB document camera and you also want to use a USB headset, if you only have one USB port, you're out of luck. You're going to have to pick between one of the two. Luckily, most Chromebooks have at least 2 USB ports. If you decide to go the USB route, there's plenty of great options for as little as $20. I'm going to compare 7 different microphones today, including 3.5mm, USB, and Bluetooth options. Then we're going to go over our findings. The first device I tested was the built-in microphone on my 2015 Acer Chromebook. This is a test of a Chromebook's built-in microphone. Next is a pair of standard iPhone earbuds with an inline microphone. This is a test of Apple earbuds included with older iPhones. Then I tried my pair of $30 earbuds from Urban Ears. This is a test of a $30 pair of earbuds. I found an old TRRS desktop microphone by Logitech and threw it into the mix also. This one required a special adapter to get it to work on a Chromebook's TRRS jack. This is a test of a desktop 3.5mm microphone. I also tested out my Boya BY-M1 lavalier microphone, but I had to record it using a PC. This is a standalone TRRS microphone, and I didn't have an adapter to get it work with a Chromebook. However, they do come in USB variants. This is a test of the Boya lavalier microphone. Moving on to USB, I tried out a common USB headset by Logitech, the H390. This is a test of the Logitech H390 headset. On the high end of the price spectrum, I tested out the Blue Yeti USB microphone. This is a test of the Blue Yeti USB microphone. Lastly, I tried a set of Bluetooth earbuds, but due to the microphone being located on the earpiece, the volume is quite low and the quality is really poor. This is a test of the MPAL True Wireless Earbuds. If you're looking for a free option to improve your Chromebook's recorded audio, then finding a pair of earbuds with an inline microphone is a vast improvement over your Chromebook's built-in microphone. After that, USB is probably your best bet. You could buy a USB lavalier microphone, or a headset, or maybe a larger condenser mic like the Blue Snowball or Blue Yeti. I'll leave a bunch of links in the description with my recommendations for different types of microphones you could buy. If you found this video helpful, please smash that thumbs up button to show your support. If you have any questions about getting the best audio out of your Chromebook, just leave it down in the comments and I'll be sure to reply. Until next time, feed your curiosity.